KLM and Avianca are the only two airlines in the world truly having reached their 100th anniversary. Qantas will be the third airline reaching this achievement on the 16th of November 2020. And to celebrate that, they have created this stunning aircraft. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at a Boeing 787-9 of Qantas. At the front of the box we have the cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and on top of the box we have the Qantas branding and the Centenary branding. The backside, well, what can we say? We can see it's officially licensed, and anything else I want to say, I will have to use swear words, which I don't want to do in my reviews. So let's not waste more time with that, but let us take a closer look inside and at the actual aircraft model itself. And here she is, the Boeing 787-9, the Dreamliner of Qantas in their Centenary special livery. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Qantas will be the only third airline to actually achieve their centenary, flying 100 years as one company under one brand, unchanged. What an achievement. And for that they've created this stunning looking aircraft. So let's take a look. We start off with the tail section, where we have the current Qantas branding on the vertical stabilizer. On top of that we have the last two letters of the registration code. The horizontal stabilizer has some lovely markings, and if we then look at the fuselage, we can see we have the Australian flag, we have the full registration code of the aircraft. We then have the writing here, Qantas time capsule towards 2120. So the airline does have goals for another 100 years. I like that. Underneath that we then also have the corresponding web address, and at the very tail of the aircraft we also have some detailing around the APU exhaust. At the front of the aircraft and across the fuselage we then have the writing of Qantas, and we have the addition of the Qantas Centenary logo, which I think looks really lovely. Then we also have a One World logo, of which Qantas is a full member, and underneath the cockpit windows we then have the addition of this little historic Qantas logo or branding. The cockpit section itself, there we have of course the cockpit windows, the window wipers printed on, we have the marking around the radome. We also find above the cockpit windows the addition of the emergency hatch, which has also been printed on. The engine nacelles have been kept in all white, but do have the lovely looking silver leading edges. At the back we can then see the chevron nozzles, a detail that is definitely not the easiest to pull off, but I think Herpa has done a very good job with that here. And of course, if you look into the engines from the front, we can then very nicely see the engine fan blades. If we then move on to the wings, we can take a look here at the top side, where we have all the different flaps, slats and spoilers carved out very nicely. And we also have the markings as to where to walk on the wings. And of course I always love the shape of the wings on the Dreamliner. I think that looks really nice. Also the underside of the wings look rather decent, where we have the full registration code of the aircraft once more. Also a very lovely detail are the ram air intakes, which are very lovely made here from Herpa Wings. And as we are already here at the belly of the aircraft, we can also see again the Centenary logo on the belly, only slightly disturbed by this hole in the fuselage for a stand, which is not included with this aircraft model. Where Herpa has refrained from doing silly things is the landing gear, more specifically here the main landing gear underneath the wings. I think that looks really rather decent. Also the front landing gear looks rather good, although I would of course like to have some markings, but we only get those with Herpa Wings Club models. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the back side of the aircraft, and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Boeing 787-9, the Dreamliner of Qantas in the Centenary livery. And what can we say about this aircraft model? Well, I mean, the livery is of course what carries this aircraft model, but I think Herpa does it justice with its print quality. And also the physical details are great on this aircraft model. Don't expect any specific new details in that sense, but as I say, the print does this model justice, and it is a very lovely looking livery. I really specifically like with the livery that they have actually added all historic brandings or logos of the airline across the fuselage. I think that's a lovely touch, and yeah, just a lovely aircraft and absolutely worth having in one's collection. Now with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed the video, then don't forget to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.